Ah. Like that? Did I write them down correctly? Taylor, David, write it down correctly? Okay, just checking, because I did it. I only listened once and then was kind of rolling from memory, so just want to make sure. Now, this is the format that I'm going to suggest that we do these sorts of problems in large part because it makes the math a lot easier. You know, when we finally get down to, which one of these, Angie, do you think would be break even in units? Because remember, we're asking for, we want units and sales revenue. So which one is which? Which one's units, which one's sales revenue?
The second one would be units.
Yes. The first one is units, because that's what that is, right? X is units, and here we've got revenue dollars, okay? And what we're going to do is, if you hated story problems, you know, in high school, in algebra, that's what we're about to do. This is a story problem, and we're solving for one unknown, okay? And the unknowns, the unknown on the right-hand side is X, number of units. The unknown on the left-hand side is revenue, total revenue in dollars, okay? Let's do the one on the right first. It's easier, given that all the information in the problem is on a per unit basis. You all see that? And we've got revenue per unit, we've got variable cost per unit. Given that we have all that information on a per unit basis, the formula on the right is easier to do. So Christy, pick a number, any number. Tell me where it goes on the right.
$20,000 for fixed cost.
Yeah, it's always awesome going for the one that's easiest, and which is your privilege. Absolutely her privilege. Oh, okay. But it's also easy. Pamela,
Yes.
you're next.
Okay. The variable cost per unit is $6.
Variable cost per unit is $6. And we're solving for X, okay? So that's going to remain a variable, okay? Michael Newland. Where's Mr. Newland? Right. Okay. That was because he kind of perked up. When people tend to kind of perk up when their name is called. Well, I mean, we're doing new stuff though. Given that you know what all the letters stand for, do you know? So you just got to find the information in the problem and tell me where it goes. Piece of cake, walk in the park. Easy as falling off a log. Have you ever fallen off a log before?
No.
It's pretty easy. Not very fun. I'm not going to suggest that you do it because it can hurt, but it's pretty easy.
I don't know if it's like 15% right there or what.
Oh, but there's easier ones you could pick off, and let somebody else worry about the 15%.
Okay.
This one.
Which is $10.
Is it? You think? Okay. Just trying to be helpful. Aubrey. You can get him later after class because he left the hard one for you. Operating income. What are we going to do for operating income? And oh, where'd he go? Michael kind of helped. I mean, he's a little helpful because he did talk about one of the numbers that goes there. The 15% goes there. But then 15% of what? That's the only tricky part. Cody, do you have it? You still looking? You've got it? No, you don't. Okay. Heidi, do you?
The $10.
The $10. And then are we done? X. That's it. Because we want 15% of what? And the problem says 15% of what? Revenue. How do we calculate revenue? Selling price per unit times number of units produced or sold, number of units sold. So, and now it becomes algebra, okay? On your mark, get set, go. Brett, you have a calculator? Mm-hmm. Awesome. You want to calculate the answer for us?
$8,000.
8,000.
No, 8,000 units.
8,000. Why did you change your mind?
Because it's for X.
For X. X is units. It's 8,000 units. Brandon Canoy.
Yes.
Do you concur?
I agree.
You do. Okay. Very good. Piece of cake, walk in the park, easy as falling off a log. Although, Michael, if you try falling off a log sometime, you know, make it one that's really close to the ground. Questions, comments, concerns, random thoughts? Now let's do the hard one. And now remember, we're going to do the same thing where this is our variable. It's a little less obvious, but our x is going to be TR. And you know what? Yeah, I won't spoil it for him. Matthew Hutchinson. Where's Matthew? Matthew. What number do you want to give me? Yes. I was debating whether or not to do that one myself, because I knew that was going to be the first one named. So I was kind. Catherine, you're next. And they're all tougher from here.
Well, based on my calculations, the variable costs are gonna be $48,000.
How'd you come up with the dollar amount?
I took the $6 per compass, and by the 8,000 that we came, 8,000 units that we came up in the last.
But let's figure out how to do this. So I'm betting, I would bet money that you've arrived at the right answer. But that's what you did as well. But I want to fill out this formula. I want you to fill out this formula, because can I construct a problem that would force you to use this formula rather than that method? Absolutely. So I want you to learn how to use this method. So did you arrive at the right answer? Yes. That's one of the beautiful, absolutely gorgeous things about cost and managerial accounting is very often there's more than one way to skin a cat, as it were. I bet you didn't think of accounting as being kind of beautiful before, did you? But isn't that pretty nice? So let's do the formula instead.
Then I'm lost. 6x.
What? 6x. Where? Variable costs is 6x.